What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trevi Trev, and I'm back with another video. Looking clean with the fresh cut, the earrings, and the beard. New polo. You know, I got a little promotion at work, so now I can rock the polo. But that's not the point of today's video. The point of today's video is I wanted to speak on a current event topic, a current NBA topic, because, bro, this nigga Zion Williams, he's been wilding, bro. And recently, he's in the news for SA, and he's got these different accusers coming out at him. And honestly, I'm a man who believes in innocent until proven guilty, but I'm not gonna lie, I believe this man did whatever he did, because, bro, this man over the years, he's played less basketball and banged more women, bro. He's played less basketball and banged more women. And Zion, bro, he a freaky ass dude, bro. He a freaky ass dude. He be getting with P stars. He be wilding out. So I'm not surprised to hear this kind of news. And you know, I wanted to look into all the information and just see what he's been going through before I make a video like this, because, bro, I'd rather get things right with stuff like this than get them wrong, because I was wrong about the Tory Lanez situation, and that turned out to be different. And I want to be right when it comes to these situations, because these are very serious allegations and stuff like that against people, and I want to think before I speak. But I think Zion did it, bro. Whatever they have in the news, I think he did it because he's a freaky dude, and he's a prime example of how lust can ruin your life. Because right now, he could be the face of the NBA, because he has the most talent, honestly. And if he just exercised and stopped messing with these 304s, he could definitely be like top 5 player. But, you know, he's not trying to do that. He's trying to bang these women and blow his opportunity and blow his money. And I can see him being out of the league in like 2 years, because how he works out, how he gets injured, and how he's not consistent, that'll catch up with you as you go to your 30s. And honestly, Anthony Edwards has kind of taken over as the face of the NBA, the American face of the NBA, and Zion's just kind of been left in the wayside. And Anthony Edwards be wilding too, but he focuses on his craft, and it's only a matter of a time before he wins a chip. So when I see this about Zion, it's a great life lesson, especially for young men, about how lust can ruin your life. Because lust can ruin your life, because if you lusting over chicks and you're not focused on your purpose and you're not focused on your craft, you'll end up just like Zion, caught in all these cases, having baby mamas drain your bank account, and you're just going to be a dude who could have been the number one, who could have been the best, but, you know, they just like a regular dude. They're just a regular dude with baby mama drama and all that other stuff. And as a young dude, you know, I'm 27 myself. I'm starting to touch success. I only see a fraction of what Zion sees. So imagine, bro, if he had more like discipline or whatever, he would be good. But, you know, when you get to success, even on a smaller scale, women will start to come towards you. Like, all I did in the last week or so is change my mindset, work out more, put earrings in my ears, and have a new polo. And I swear women have been all over me, because they think like I'm a lame or whatever because I carried myself a certain way at work. But ever since I saw a little swagger, a little confidence, everything is changing. So imagine how Zion feels having all that money, probably never got girls like that, and he's just getting caught up in all this nonsense. But the lesson to be learned is don't lust over these chicks. Lust over your purpose. Be on your purpose and never kind of just get involved with this stuff. Because honestly, when you get to a certain age and a certain level, you can tell which chicks are for you and which are just for you for the bag, or because you're like, you know, tall or whatever. But, you know, Zion, he didn't learn that lesson. And unfortunately, he's about to pay the price. He's going to go through the ringer, especially in today's society in 2025, where people believe the story before they believe the truth. And even when the truth comes out, people don't really care, because the lie is so attractive. It's so alluring. And, you know, you never want to be caught up in situations like that, because it could ruin your life. It could ruin your career. And honestly, it could put you in jail. And this type of situation, it's already tarnishing his reputation, because a lot of people don't like Zion. A lot of people think he's lazy. A lot of people just think he's not like a good person, and he hasn't done anything to prove them like right or wrong. So he's just kind of screwed in this case. But he's a prime example of how lust can ruin your life, and how you could be a top tier man and still fall victim to things like this, especially if you put yourself in situations like this. So for my young men out there, if you get a lot of girls or whatever, be sure to properly vet them so they don't ruin your life. Be sure to be aware of your situations and your surroundings, because I could go into, like, I'm actually going to make a story time about this, but I can go into a whole story time about something that happened to me recently, and I use my common sense, because I used to be a party boy or whatever, and I know how things go. But I found myself at 27 years old in a situation that my younger self would have failed at. But, you know, since I built that experience over time, I succeeded at it instead. And it's a similar situation to Zion, but not on no sexual stuff, but it's a situation that could have gone bad for me as a successful young man. So my message to y'all is to just control yourself. Have dick discipline. And if y'all don't know what dick discipline is, it means stop sticking your penis in every single girl you find attractive, because they might not be for you. So, you know, you got to calm down. You got to think with that rational mind, not your third head. And you just got to be on your grind, on your purpose. Like even me right now, you know, I got my nice professional look going on, but I also got my own swagger, and I got like my own logical control about myself. So a lot of people, they need to develop that. But Zion's a prime example of, yo, can't be lusting over these chicks. You got to relax. They even tell you in the Bible how, you know, Samson and Delilah, you know, if look, they cut, like he was lusting over that chick and she almost brought him to ruin and cut his hair and all that other stuff. But, you know, you can't be like that. You got to learn from the examples in the real world, in the spiritual world, in the Bible. There's millions of examples around of great men falling ruin to a chick that's not for them, for cases and situations that are not for them. And you got to be kind of cognizant of all that stuff. But anyway, I wanted to make this topic and speak on it and just kind of say, yo, don't be a horny ass nigga like Zion. Don't be a horny ass nigga like Zion. And if you get it, you know, act like you've been there before. And, you know, always be respectful to women, always be all that. Not on no simp stuff, but just on some I'm a confident man kind of type beat. But anyway, this is the video I wanted to make. Hopefully you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out.